Oh my God! You're getting booty calls from the fans of Grandma Sylvia's funeral.
In my book, I see now. If you,
I love that book. I love that book.
Well, if you would have known about Grandma Sylvia's if you read my book, so you just got caught.
I read your book. I remember that. I remember it generally. I was kind of letting you plug it, but I don't remember the stories. And I love when you tell these stories again because you are part of the history of one of my favorite shows of all time, Howard Stern. And so I love listening to these stories over again.
Hold on one second. Wait 1 second. Rob Palumbo, if you see this picture right here, right, on the cover of my book, Gorilla Parts, in the background that's me when I was 12 years old. In the background, Rob, that's the pool at Wanderwood. Just so you know, Rob, if you haven't gotten my book, you were there when about the time I was writing about that, but you're not in the book. Sorry, Rob, but you are very your memory is very clear in my head about how much fun I had with you that summer and your sister.
I gotta mention in that book. Why did I get a mention?
Because if it wasn't for you, the book wouldn't have happened.
Yes, Mandotti to the rescue.
He hooked me up with the great Jason Huza. We had lunch one afternoon, just like casually, and Ron's heard my stories over and over and over again. He goes, "Well, Jason's a writer," and Jason was like, we sat down, me and Jason, for lunch one day, and I told him some stories, and we wrote like 13 pages in one sitting. And then all of a sudden, a year later, Gorilla Parts. So again, my book is not just all about Howard Stern. It's about my life before Howard Stern, my life in high school, and then how I got on the Howard Stern show. Then my life in nightclubs, my life with Scores, my ex-wife, Vernelli's. There's so many different stories in there that it's stories. I told stories. That's my thing.
A guy that grew up in Brooklyn and how he made it big on the Howard Stern show. It's just an incredible story. Plus all your backstory with your family. It's just a lovely story. It's an American story, man, and it's just wonderful. Huza, who wrote it with you, he's got a play. I think that's going to be out in Vegas.
Hold on. Hi, Aunt Dorothy.
Oh, here we go.
I know my Aunt Dorothy's on Facebook. I have to say hello.
I'm just folding my MAGA for Ma'am Donnie's. You can get it.
All